Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and his dog Moose, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Moose's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the correction and the motivation that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction, and the only correction that we give is a tug and release on the training collar, and that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Moose has been fitted with his very own training collar, and it's going to go home with him, and you're going to be taught how to use that tomorrow when you pick him up. Now, he is sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done, and the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on a leash without dragging you down the street, and the command is Moose heel. And if you notice, Moose is very focused on Fred. He's not forging ahead or lagging behind. He's staying right with his trainer, looking up at him. And each time Fred stops his feet, Moose has been taught to sit automatically without being told to wait for his next command. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is a one-word command. The long sit-stay when practicing at home is for 1 minute, working up to 3 minutes, and we recommend that you practice this indoors as well as outdoors. When Fred returns back to his dog, he will walk all the way around him as an additional distraction, returning all the way back around to where they started, and at this point, Moose expects to get another command. And Fred gave him the heel command again. Moose is very eager to please. When he understands what you want, then he wants to do it. He's a real sweet boy. Walking very nicely next to Fred, looking up. Fred's going to leave him in another sit-stay. And we're going to demonstrate the come on command. Fred will use his name and a happy voice, and Moose should come in front and sit right in front of Fred facing his knees. And the object of that is to keep him from bowling you over when you call him. He should come in like a gentleman and sit nicely. Nice automatic sit. I think we're boring him. Fred's going to leave him in another stay, and he'll demonstrate that come on command again. Remember, Moose come, happy voice, comes right in front, sits, and then he goes back to heel and back to sit. Very good boy. Now, the next exercises that we're going to be demonstrating are your down commands. And you're going to practice these indoors more than outdoors with the winter coming. But they're also very important. This is the down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. The long down stay when you're practicing at home, start out at about 2 minutes and make it a point to work forward from there up till about 5 minutes. When Fred returns back to him, he will walk all the way around him just as he did on the sit-stay as an additional distraction, returning back to heel. And then they take off heeling again, and Fred will demonstrate that down from a heel position again for you. I gotta hand it to Moose because he's easily distracted. That was a little correction because he didn't sit automatically. You're down and stay. And this time Fred's going to call him out of that exercise. He's going to come right in front and sit. And then he's going to go back to heel and sit. Perfect. Good job, Moose. Now the very last exercise that we're going to show you is the down from a distance. And this is a little bit more difficult exercise because you're not right next to the dog. Fred is going to leave him in a sit-stay and turn to face him. This time he's going to use his right hand to give the command. Moose is very distracted by wind, leaves, anything that moves. He spooks, is what he does. But he has done a wonderful video considering that we're doing this in a little bit of rain, but not too awful. We've demonstrated for you all his formal commands, and you'll get practice working with him tomorrow when you come to pick him up. Thank you so much for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we'll see you tomorrow.